Hey Hogs, I'm going to do our film of our offensive practice here really quick. So the first play that we're running is ghost to the left. This is against an even front. So your rule on the front side is gap to backer. Okay, so you got a guy in your gap, so you block him. Okay, here we can have a double team since there's no one in your gap. You can help block this guy, so we can do even a push to that backside backer there. So push to that backer. So this would be a combination block. So if that guy went there, the guard would come off. If he float over the top, the tackle would come off. Okay. And that's because the guard has no one in his gap. Center blocks first guy backside. So we block the one technique on the backside. We kick out the five, pull up and through for the play side backer with the backside. Okay. I don't care where the ball goes. We're going to watch the blocks up front. Okay. So watching Illa here, we got a push double team. We're too high. You pop up. I want you down on the hips. Lucas is doing a great job staying square, being thick through the defender here. Okay, taking two hands, putting it on him. Okay, trying to throw that guy over into his gap on this push double team. But we need to be down on the hips so we can get a better punch on this guy here. I really love how Lucas is using his hands, trying to torque this guy over into his gap. That's awesome. I'd love to see that. Just Illa, this would be better if we're getting our hand if we got our hands lower. Another thing is that if you need to be low because if that guy's doing a great job getting hands on and squeezing you like he's supposed to, you're giving him a huge target for him to punch. Okay, right now he's punching you in the hip when you should be punching this three technique in the hip, and he's doing a great job squeezing this down, this defensive end. Okay, um, Burke, this is a great job by you. Drive blocking down, that's awesome. Okay. Molitor, you're pulling for that five technique. Okay, this is where we got to stay tight. Great job staying tight. Okay, now when we're doing a kick out block, I want us to use our shoulder and run through that guy on the inside. Try to hit his inside hip with your shoulder. Okay, let's be lower. You're way too high. We're not going to get any movement here. We're trying to create this funnel in here. And it's easier to do that by using your shoulder and running through that hip than it is using your hands and being high. Okay. Thumbs pulling up and through the first opening he sees for that linebacker. Okay, where's that linebacker go? Okay, he's going out to the outside, of course, because the quarterback had to keep it because we had a bad snap. But Thome, I think that's the right place, the right place to go, because most likely you should be able to get there to that linebacker. Okay, boot. So we're running boot right. So we're running counter. Besides the backside guard is pulling and scooping the end. So we have a three technique on this side here. So I believe that's a three technique. It's hard to tell. He might be a one. Let me check. Okay, yep, he's a one technique. So our play side tackle should be stepping down and just protecting his B gap there. Okay, we should be drive blocking this one technique here. Now the center and the backside tackle could make a cat call here to go back and block this guy. So the tackle would step in and give his inside arm. So the center can come down and drive block this three technique. And then once this tackle feels the center, take this three technique, then he can turn back and block the five. I think that's what we do here on this cat call, center and tackle. It just looks like Burke might just come down and drive him anyways. But that could be a cat call there. So he does a good job there. Okay, now Thome, you might have said that this guy's a four. You might have said that he's a four and then you're blocking him, but he should be a five. And if he's a five technique, you should block down here. Okay. Because that's the guy that we would kick out, and we don't want to touch the kick out guy. You should be coming down here. Because right now Lucas has no one to go to. Okay. You should be blocking this linebacker that's triggering. Okay. Because if that guy's a five, you should be blocking inside if that guy's triggering, and you should be blocking this linebacker, and then Lucas blocks the end if that guy's a five technique. Okay. So that should be you blocking that inside backer. Okay, one thing I noticed, Molitor, try to look with your peripheral vision. Right now, I can see you're looking at the guy that you're pulling to. So as a linebacker, if I'm smart, I'm going to look at your eyes and know, okay, he's staring at the guy he's going to. So I know the play is going this direction. Don't stare at the guy you're going to. Just try to see him in your peripheral. All right. Try to keep your head straight. All right. So in trap, we kick out 2 or wider. So there's a 3 technique. So that would be the first guy. That's the first guy from 2 technique or wider. So we'd say 3-3-3. So the play side tackle should be going gap to backer here. Obviously, the 3 technique, the guy that we're trapping is in his gap. So that guy's lava. So he needs to take the path of least resistance to get to that FBI, that first backer inside. So he should go around the top. Now, if this 5 technique tries to cross his face, then he's just going to take that 5 technique and drive him. If that guy stays out there, then he's going to keep working up to that linebacker. Okay. Lucas is working back to his backer, gap to backer. Burke's working back, blocking the 1 technique, kick out the 3, wheel and seal on the backside. Okay. So Illa, you should be working up to that backer because I bet that backer makes the tackle. Well, he should be the one to make the tackle because no one's blocking him. Okay. Lucas, good job getting to your guy. Same thing. We can U this guy out. This is great, Lucas. Okay. He wants to flow over the top, go U him out. Okay. Influence him to go there and then U him out. That's great because we're going to run the ball right inside that. Okay. Backside guard. Okay. Once again, Molitor, you're just way too high. Okay. Especially against a bigger defensive lineman. We're not going to get movement here. You need to get down on the hip. You are just way too high on these double teams, or on not double teams, on this kick out block. Okay. Foam, good job stepping down and scooping that guy. Okay. 50s, we should be man on, man away. Okay. There's a 1 technique. So the center always stays square. Okay. Center always stays square. So he's going to give a punch there. Having his eyes in his other A gap. Okay, the guard will step down and we block in to out, right? So the guard's going to step down and give an inside punch with his inside hand looking out in his gap for anything that might threaten it. Here's a 3 technique. Here's a 5 technique. So this Lucas will step inside to see if anything threatens his inside, and then he's going to block out on this 3 technique. Same thing. Illa's going to step in and block the 5 technique here. Okay, but he can't cross the face. So Illa, already we're not need a crotch relationship. If this guy wanted to beat you inside, he could. Okay, we need to make sure that we're punching with that outside arm, okay, first, and that we keep that knee to crotch relationship staying as square as possible, okay? Okay, watching Lucas here. He steps. If you notice Lucas's demeanor, he's got a nice wide base. He's got his shoulders back, okay? When he makes contact, he doesn't lean at all. Okay, he's in a great, his feet are rooted into the ground. Okay, he punches with his arms. Okay, and he's in a great position to block this guy. That's an excellent position right there. Okay, if we watch Burke here, okay, Burke steps that side. He blocks, he gives that stop sign with his right hand. He's got his eyes in his gap looking for a linebacker to come. Okay, Molitor does a great job stepping inside. You're just too high, Molitor. You got to sit down lower. Okay, but he gives a hand there, and he's ready for anything coming to his outside. Okay, Thome steps in. Thome, I love how you foot fire here. Okay, you step in, you foot fire your feet, seeing where that guy's going to go. Okay, he wants to go outside, so you'll run him outside. This is an excellent job. A lot of good stuff going on in this 50s pass protection. Okay, we'll run boot again. I think we're going to run it to the right. Okay, so we should say 5-5-5-5-5. Okay, we should be blocking down on the 3. Okay, we should be blocking, we should be double teaming here on this 3 technique because you're uncovered here. I think this is Cole. So make sure we got that double team on this 3 technique. We're trying to sell run on boot. We're trying to make it look like run. But obviously we can't get upfield. So you 2 are double teaming this guy, and you're still looking at your FBI here to see what he's going to do, if he's going to try to trigger into your gap, and then one of you guys can come off and block him. Okay, we're blocking back on the 1. We're pulling for that 5 technique. Okay, and we're wheeling C on the backside. Okay, Lucas, good job wheeling and sealing there. Okay, try to cut that guy off right away. Okay, Tags, good job driving your guy away from the play. Awesome. Okay, good job doubling here. Now make sure you have your eyes on a line on your linebacker. Okay, don't come off until you absolutely know for sure that that guy's going to trigger into your gap, okay? So Burke, watching you pulling, great job. So here, Burke, I know we talked here. Okay, that's the first guy there. Take the first ugly jersey. Okay, just take the first ugly jersey there. I didn't know that the outside backer actually beat the defensive end there. I thought the backer was still out here, and you were running to him, passing up the end. Uh, Honestly, I've never seen it where an outside backer has beaten the defensive end inside. So Burke, take first ugly jersey. That's the guy that you will take there. Okay. And we need to be getting this ball out. Okay. I don't know if we're missing a receiver or what's going on here, but yeah, you should be throwing the ball or that ball should be gone. We can only handle the first guy outside. If they bring two guys off the edge, that's not our problem, not our issue. Okay, we're running counter here. Counter to the left, I believe. Okay. And Lucas, I love this. So we're going against an even front. So typically this guy's should be in a 5 technique here. He should be on the outside shoulder. He lines up in a 4. And this is where, our rules are super important. And you're the guys out there playing, and you guys have to make the call. So you saw that he's in a 4. He made a 7 call, which is totally fine. And now you're blocking this guy square. Okay. We have a push double team to that linebacker. We are pulling and kicking out the 7. Okay. Our H is leading up and through the hole for this linebacker right here. Okay. Our backside tackle needs to scoop this backside 3 technique. Okay. That's a really important job that we do that. Okay. We could cat call it. So we could make a cat call where the center blocks back and the tackle comes and helps out until that he knows the center's there. Then he can work back in the 5. But here's the thing. If we do that, then we have no one to account for that backside backer. That's why I would love to start out if we can scoop this guy, if we can scoop the 3 with the backside tackle, I want to do that. That way we can get a double team on the front side and we can account for that backside backer. Now, if that backside 3 technique is causing problems and we can't get that job done, then we can cat call and we're just going to have to live with this guy maybe making the tackle. Okay. So let's watch the play. Okay, Lucas, good. Step with your gap side foot first always, okay? In case that guy slants in. Okay, if that guy slants outside, that's okay. But we're more worried about that guy slanting inside. So we want to step with our gap side foot first. We need to be underneath them. We're too high here. Okay, we pop up. I want your head under his chin. Okay, that way you can pop your hips into him and really lift him up. Okay, we don't get good movement here just because you were not able to get underneath them. Okay, you need to be able to redirect his force by getting underneath them and lifting him up. Okay, also your hand placement needs to be better. You've exposed your chest. Now he's got you beat. Okay, he has gotten you beat. Watching here on the drive block. So we did make a cat call here. So we're driving him down. And I want you to see here's the backside backer that's there to make the tackle. Okay. So that's why it's super important that if we can get a push double team here, this combination of that guy, that's a lot better if we can get that job done. If our backside tackle can get that guy reached. Okay. So backside tackle, if we can scoop a backside 3 technique, that'd be great. Okay. Now we do get a great push. And so this is a nice big hole to run through, but still it's one-on-one with this linebacker, and this linebacker is going to make the tackle for a 0-yard gain. Okay. Okay, 50s again. So man on, man away. Protect inside gap first, then block out. So blocking the 3, step in, block the 5. Okay, we should have 2 hands, one from the guard, one from the center on this one technique with their eyes in the other gap, ready to give a double stop sign if one of these backers come. Okay, and then we are inside to out blocking that 5 technique. Okay, once again, I love our position here. We got a flat back. Okay, not leaning too much in case that guy wants to throw us. Okay, Burke, this is a good here. I love how Elliott is chopping your hand down. That's great. Now you do lose composure a little bit, but you don't fall flat on your face. All right. This is a great example as why we don't want to lean. Okay, we get that hand punch down. Okay, we don't want to lose our base. All right, we want to be able to just pop that hand back up or punch him with our other hand, okay? This is the exact reason why we don't want to lean, and we keep that backside hand free. So once that happens, we can then punch with that hand, okay? Okay, Tags looking at you. Good job. Good double team here. Seeing where that guy wants to go. Okay. Foam, good job here driving that guy out if he wants to run out. Okay, here we're running toss, I believe, to the left. Okay, so for toss, remember we're scooped across the board. So guy in your gap, you scoop him. Guy in your gap, scoop. Okay, here, chip, scoop. We have a scoop double there. You just give a punch with that backside hand, and then you're in a dead sprint flat to go try to cut this guy off. Okay, if he beats you across your face, and then just wash him by, try to drive him by. Okay, backside tackle, you have that sift technique. Okay, you are still turning and you are stepping to your B gap. If this end tries to cross your face, then you're going to block him. Okay, if he stays to your outside, then you are in a dead sprint to that backside backer. Okay, so let's watch here. Okay, remember we need to if we're scoop blocking, we need to step this way and we need to throw our head that way as well and get a lateral head. That way we can get our head to the armpit. We want to try to get our head there and then work around and scoop that guy. Okay. Okay. Now this right here, once you feel that this on this scoop double, once you feel this guy is there, then you can take off. This can be a pretty quick double team. Okay. And you should be going to that guy right there flat. All right. Remember center for dive and sweep. Okay. And I said jet and toss is just like sweep, but now we're scooping instead of basing guys. Okay. So the center is still IDing the play side linebacker. So against an even front, the center is working to the play side linebacker. Okay. So the center's working there. Backside tackle is working to that backside backer. Okay. That would be on dive, sweep, jet, toss, whenever we're all responsible for our play side gap. Okay. So we give a little punch here and then we're off. Okay. It's just a little punch off because our guard should have that guy scooped just like he does. Okay. And then try to go scoop your linebacker. All right. So Thome, this is an excellent job. Okay. If that guy doesn't cross your face, you're trying to work up to your backer if you can. Okay. Okay, we try to run it again. It's another bad snap, but we can watch it again. Max, this is a lot better job here. Your step, and I see a lateral head. Okay, I see a step. I see a lateral head. This is all fantastic. Okay, you want to try to put your foot right over your head right over your foot to get that lateral head and to go cut the guy off. This is an excellent example of what that scoop block should look like. That's a great job there. Okay, here we give a little punch. You almost kind of want to punch and then ricochet off. Okay, punch here should be a quick punch and then out on a scoop double team because you are trying to get out of there to run the guy down. Does that make sense? Okay, against when we're doing a base double team, we want to be thicker into this guy because we know the ball is going to be ran kind of here close by. Okay, base we want to be thick. Obviously a push double team, we want to be super thick into this guy. But on a scoop double team, when the play's going way outside, if you're the cover guy, you just kind of want to give a little punch here, okay, give a little shiver, and then get off and ricochet off to your linebacker because you got to get there and go be fast to it, okay? So those are all our plays there. Hopefully you guys watch it and learn from it.